Hey guys, my name is Dan Napoli. I'm the director and one of the producers of The Roster Season 3, starring Chicago Aftershock, presented by Planet Eclipse. And if you haven't heard yet, so far this summer, Planet Eclipse and PbNation were teaming up to re-release some of the older films about Aftershock that we've released to kind of coincide with the fact that PbNation is making episodes of The Roster Season 3 available on their YouTube channel. So, a few weeks back, we put up our first film called Make 'Em Hurt. Today we're putting up the second Aftershock film that we ever did, called The Reason. Now this film's interesting for a couple different reasons. You'll see in the titles and whatnot, it's kind of referred to as Chapter 6 of the first season of Artifact. And the little known fact, the original plan with Artifact was that there was going to be a hardbound photo book that was going to go along with it. So the concept being a series of 6 short 10-minute films, and then a chapter featuring still photography of Christopher Diltz and Eric Chateau, both two fantastic photographers who film a lot of Eclipse teams, kind of packaged in that would tie in with the films. That project just could never kind of get the wheels going on it and never saw the light of day, but who knows, maybe it's something cool that we'll be able to whip out with Eclipse in the future. The piece is also significant for a couple reasons. One, it features a rematch between Moscow Red Legion and Aftershock, which was one of the key scenes from the first film, Make 'Em Hurt. The other thing that really made it important was that rematch was in the World Cup Finals, and it was the first time, I think in almost 10 years, that Aftershock had been in the Cup Finals. And if you're an old school guy, that's kind of like mind-blowing, because throughout the 90s, not only was Aftershock routinely making World Cup Finals appearances, they were winning them. So it was a big step back in the right direction for the franchise. So the film's significant for two other reasons. One, there's a blink and you'll miss it cameo by Jacko, who is Planet Eclipse's president of USA operations. That's pretty cool. And the film also features a song for the first time for us from the band A Day to Remember, who is a really cool band, actually one of my favorites. Pretty high profile, so we were really stoked to be able to have them in there. I think this is the first time they were ever legit legally used anyways in a paintball film, which was pretty cool. And to give you guys a little insight, we've got a couple songs off their new album which are going to be appearing in later episodes of The Roster Season 3. So, keep your ears open and your eyes peeled for that. Finally, I had a lot of people when this came out asking me about what the deal was with the final scene. Why is it like really dark and kind of weirdly out of focus a lot, and the music is bonkers death metal-y, and that's certainly by design. I was really trying to recreate what it felt like, or I think it felt like, to be in that finals game between Aftershock and Moscow Red Legion, which ended up just being kind of a beatdown, unfortunately, for Shock, and one of the fastest World Cup Finals games that I had ever filmed. So we were really trying to kind of capture that moment and kind of mess with what the viewer felt and saw to try to get there. So you'll have to check it out and see for yourself what you think. So you guys be sure to check out new episodes of The Roster Season 3 featuring Chicago Aftershock right here on PbNation. And if you don't want to wait for the delayed release schedule, or you don't want to watch it with commercials in there, you can cruise over to Planet Eclipse, grab a Vimeo season pass. You're going to get the new episodes before anybody else. You're going to get bonus content. You'll get a digital hard copy of each episode. You can also stream it across all your mobile devices, iPad, iPhone, Apple TV. Also, if you're an Android user, it works across all those platforms as well. So any tablet, smartphone, and smart TV, it works just like Netflix, which is pretty cool. You can literally stop it on your tablet and start it up on your smart TV right from the spot where you left off. So that's pretty cool. Be sure you're checking out the new season, and we'd love to hear what you think about it. Right now, this is the second Aftershock film that we ever made. It's called The Reason, so check it out. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope you enjoy it.
Will you be remembered? Will any of us? Everything that we've poured onto paintball fields across all 4 corners of the globe, the anguish, the glory, the gunfights, what will become of it all? Will it simply become folklore, stories we tell as old men over fires and food, strong drinks, of a time and place that we can't prove existed? besides in our own minds. When time in life moves on and we are only an afterthought in the rearview mirror, we will at least have this. Something to say that we were here, that we fought, and that we played the game as hard as we could because, for a time, this was us, our struggle, our life. For almost a decade, World Cup was about coming to Florida and seeing if you could beat Aftershock. The answer was usually no. Originally formed by Rennick Miller in 1992, Aftershock would hoist the Cup 6 times in a 10-season span between 1993 and 2002. Shock made the finals a 7th time, finishing second to Dynasty in 2001, a match featuring one of the most controversial finishes in the long and storied history of the Cup, and one that also ushered in a new era and a new dominant team. The birth of the X-Ball era would be challenging for Aftershock. They would spend most of the mid-2000s rebuilding. And now, Aftershock, a young team percolating under the guidance of a few veterans the past few years, are in the midst of their strongest season in nearly a decade. Led by Nick Slowiak and Cody Mikowski, Aftershock has come to World Cup to smash people. And they are not only here to define themselves against their peers, but also against the legacy that they have inherited.
Hey, how about the paintings? Nice job, everybody. Good job, guys.
Way to keep shooting though. Hey, I know it's kind of some guys aren't getting the reps that they want. And I mean, I wish I had something better to say, but this is kind of how it goes. You know?
Hey, the team's winning, just focus.
The team's winning, guys. Everyone's got to pitch in. And
the productivity up, boys. Everybody's going to
It's a team win, okay?
When is up top, let's do it.
Team on 3. 1, 2, 3, team! Good job, boys.
My name's Cody Mikowski, and I live in Milwaukee.
Nicholas Thaddeus Slowiak, originally from the great state of Illinois.
Greg Sewers, I play for Chicago Aftershock, and I'm based out of Sacramento.
Hey, what's up? My name is Chris Lasoya from Chicago Aftershock. I'm from Orange County, California.
I've been playing for Shock since 08. I started the season out with them, myself, Nick Slowiak, and I'll start out the season 08. 08, we also picked up Brad, and then that's been our pretty good core for us for the whole, since then. The whole 08 year was a pretty tough year. I think we ended up going 0-10 in our last 2 tournaments.
Man, that sucked. I mean, losing like that sucked.
09 was a little bit better season. We made Sunday a couple times, played a lot better. And come Chicago 09, we made Sunday, and then World Cup 09, we made Sunday, and that definitely was the turnaround for our team. And then coming into the 2010 season, we picked up some good players.
So far, my paintball career, it's been a little crazy. I originally came out of Boston playing with New England Hurricanes, NYX guys, and right around 2007, I ended up moving to California. And since then, I've been bouncing around team to team, trying to find a permanent home.
I get a text from Greg Sewers, it's like, hey man, you guys need any players? I like you guys, I want to play. And I'm like, oh man, we like Greg. We've always liked Greg. We've known Greg since he was on Excessive, and when he went to the Ironman, Solomon and I talked about Greg, and wish he'd, if he was out here, man, we'd love to pick him up. He's got a great work ethic.
This event, we've actually had a lot of luck shooting guys off the break. Cody Mikowski, Nick Sloviak have been doing a great job from back center and that first Snake Aztec, shooting the Dorito side and killing some people. And that's freed me up to go to work. That's freed Zach Patient to go to work. And also, Brad Muttley has had a fantastic event. So even when our Dorito side's stuck, even if it's 5-on-4, he's been able to work down that snake really quickly, and we've been pinching out those center bodies and really had a 2-sided push this whole event.
Prelims here at World Cup for us, day 1, we went into our first game pretty strong. We played X Factor. They got a couple penalties. We took complete advantage of that. 7-0'd them, went to a game against Impact. Playing really strong, got up 4-0 on them. Lost some silly points. They actually came back and beat us 7-6.
Every team is a hit or miss team anymore, and Chicago Aftershock is one of those teams. Either they're hit or miss. They jump in, they play real good, they're real strong, and then they get a little cocky, and I've been there, everybody's been there, and they just lose their focus and they lose the game. You go up 4-0 and then lose the game, that should never, ever happen.
So we went 1-on-1 the first day, day 2. In the morning, our first game against Infamous. We 7-1 them, went in against Entourage, just going with the same momentum that we played against Infamous, and 7-1 those guys as well. So. The lineage of Aftershock, from their history, I grew up on that. My really good friend Chris Oseen, we grew up on that. We started playing paintball together, tournament paintball. Tim Montrosser has grown up on that, coming from Detroit and always hearing about Shock. It was me hanging out at my local paintball store when I was younger and hearing, oh, Aftershock won another tournament, Aftershock won another tournament.
Chicago Aftershock has been a ground-pounding team since I've been playing. They used to win every World Cup.
That's just part of who I am. That's my history, and a lot of the guys that are local, that's their history too. If you wanted to play the best team, it was when the Aftershock guys were in town, and you would sit there and you would watch them play, like whoever came in, sometimes the Ironman, whoever it may be. You'd sit in the silence and just wait until they said, hey, we need to play somebody. Hey, you punk kids, get on the field. And then we just love to get our heads blown off. It was scary at times because, you were never right and you were always hit. And so you wanted to leave right away, but
I just love seeing it really is a new blood, given the team's been together with that same core for a few years, but coming from the olden days when Aftershock was the team to beat. There's the classic chant, why do people come to World Cup? And to get their ass kicked by us, right? Everyone knows it, and I want to be that reason. I want to be the part that brings that back.
But this team is a young team, and these guys are going to be something to be dealt with. And I believe that your chances to win this World Cup are pretty good. There's tough competition out there, but at the same time, I think any given day, this team could win a tournament without, even blinking.
For us to have that name across our chest, it's like one of the greatest things in the world. And, we're living off that name. I can play paintball, I guess to say for free, because of that name of Aftershock. I haven't won anything with Aftershock. The guys of old have won things with Aftershock, so I'm living off that. I would love nothing more than to give back. I go and sit in the store with Rennick all day Saturday night and sometimes on Sunday, and he just tell war stories. And just walking in there and seeing all the trophies, first place, 10-man, this, that. It's just like, Rennick, I want to put one up on the wall for you. And in a small way, we did that in Phoenix, but it was 3rd place, and it was this little plaque. That's not good enough. We want the gold, baby. So here at World Cup, we're here to get it.
In the afternoon bracket, the Russians run the table going 4-0. The Naughty Dogs sit on the other side of the coin, going 0-4. In between, it's a dogfight as 4 teams battle for the final 2 slots to move on to Sunday. Damage, Dynasty, the Ironman, and Vicious all finished 2-2. Based on the point spread, Damage and Dynasty advance. Aftershock finishes the prelims with 3 wins, 1 loss, and a high point spread. This places them second overall going into Sunday. Shock and the Red Legion receive byes and advance directly into the semifinal round. Meanwhile, Damage battles Dynasty, and X Factor takes on Infamous in the quarterfinals, rematches from the prelims that will determine Aftershock's next opponent. Dynasty loses a heartbreaker to Damage 5-4, and Infamous holds off a hot X Factor team to advance. This sends Damage to battle the Boston Red Legion, and matches Infamous against Aftershock. There is no love lost between the two teams. Beatdown by Shock in the prelims is only part of it. The two teams met in Phoenix for 3rd place, in what turned into an old-school savage battle that Aftershock ended up winning. The match included Infamous dealing out a brutal overshooting Aftershock's Ian Martin. Martin didn't make the trip to Orlando due to off-field personal matters, but his teammates want nothing more than to fully exact their revenge by sending Infamous home, bruised up, en route to a trip to the World Cup Finals.
I've learned to let go.
Snake off the break, they send somebody up the middle and he just sits inside and Snake 1 and shoots across, okay? Try to pretend that I never even know your name, 'cause everything you want disgusts me. Turn back, get turn back down. So I wouldn't be here what I give for you to disappear. So tell me, girlie, how's your age? You got nothing better to do. I know why you can't see straight. I thought you were better than this. You're just like everyone else. I'm looking down at this mess that you made, and you can't believe that I stayed so unhappy for so long. Where did I go wrong? I got to get out of this. My head is on the handle. We're leaving everything behind. Goodbye for a lifetime. I'll make my stand right here with my friends. I'll make my stand right here with my friends. I'll make my stand right here with my friends. I'll make my stand right here with my friends. I'll make my stand right here with my friends. Get low.
A win over Infamous means Aftershock will play for the world title for the first time in 8 seasons. And they will face the defending world champions Boston Red Legion, who defeated Damage 7-2 in the other semifinal match.
You know, I want other teams to respect us and not, you know, in the years past we've kind of sucked. And so I want them to respect us and fear us when we come on the field. I want fans to like us. But most of all, I want to be able to look at my teammates that I've grown up playing with and love and respect to be like, hey, you know, we know that we gave the best we could. Like we give 110%, 150% on the field, and we tried our hardest. And so, I mean, that's the joy I get. I mean, I get tons of joy from seeing little kids coming up playing, shaking hands, being like, hey, you know, paintball's awesome. But I want to fly home with my teammates and look at them, you know, hopefully with a trophy, first place, or without, but just knowing that we did our best and like you can go home happy and feel like you accomplished something.
Break it down for me, bud.
So, we just came out and smashed the Russians 7-0. I mean, they didn't stand a chance, dude. They couldn't go left, they couldn't go right. I mean, we shot 2 guys on the break at every game. I mean, they were. Oh wait, my bad. That was my dream I had earlier. No, we got our asses kicked. I don't know if we can say we came out flat or unprepared, but you know, they saw what we did and really didn't give us much, and we couldn't really do anything. So, you know.
I mean, honestly, to me, it just looked like they're the Russians. They knew exactly what you guys were going to do. They knew who was going where. They shot you guys off the break. I mean, it was just like a typical, you know, one of those games. But you guys didn't even have time to adjust. That's got to be frustrating, you know?
Well, I mean, what you say, even when we tried to adjust, we did some small things and it didn't, you know, we lost gunfights, we didn't lay anybody. We lost everything. In all aspects of the game, we were not successful in.
Yeah.
So, you know, it just means you gotta work harder in the off season. Next year's a new year. So, you know, to make it this far, to get second place, having gotten third in the beginning of the year and second at the end of the year, I mean, it's just, hey, well, the only thing that's left is first. So, the only thing we can do is hope for is, you know, winning some events next year and seeing what happens. Yeah. I mean, it sucks getting 7-0'd. You know, that's, you think if you work your way up, you might score 1 point, but. I mean, much love and respect to those guys. I mean, they just beat our ass, so.
So why does any of this even matter? It matters because of all that you put into it. It matters because that plastic trophy represents a nearly unquantifiable collection of hours spent practicing, sleeping on floors, driving countless miles, getting shot, arguing with each other and taking your lumps playing the best teams you possibly can for the chance that, at the end of the year, everything can crystallize into something tangible. And it matters because it's hard. It matters so much that even after a crushing defeat, after making it all the way to the doorstep of your dream, only to see everything that you have worked for smashed to pieces, that you're going to come back and do it all over again next year.